there. It's another Friday. My name is Peter Jobst. Welcome to my channel. We talk about all things IT, all things DevOps, and don't forget to like the channel and subscribe to the channel. Leave any comments about this, what you like about it. If you have other questions, then we'll do it. So this came up this week. Question is about IP4 addresses that you get that are your public addresses that you're going to use. When you sign up for a new internet connection, they give you a public IP address. And the question came to me is they sometimes refer to as a /29. And the question is like, what is a /29? What does this mean? So I'm going to do a real brief, simple topic on what IP4 subnetting is, and how you can figure out what your usable IP addresses are and what the gateways are and what the network is. So I have an example here of an address. It's 98.189.189.146, and it's a /29. And so what we're trying to figure out is what are the addresses that we can use. And so sometimes what I like to do is I like to break down the addresses into the octets, and we can kind of map this out into an A, B, and C network diagram. So we'll just start off with an IPv4 network. So when we talk about IPv4 network, we have in here. We have the A, the B, the C, and the D network. Most of the time, when you're when you're getting an IP address, it's going to be in a Class D network. Only the large companies in the world have a Class B or a Class A subnet that they own on the public internet. When you get one, you get like maybe 5 or 10 or maybe 16 IP addresses that you have usable to you, and you usually have to pay a little bit extra for them to get a public IP address that is your IP address. It's kind of like your phone number that you can put on your equipment, that you can statically assign it, and that you know what it is, and it's not gonna ever change. The alternative to that would be sometimes they give you a DHCP address, which means they hand you an address, but when you restart your equipment, it'll give you a new address. And if you ever wanted to go connect to your equipment, the IP address is going to change. So we're going to start with this A, B, C, and D. This is it's in IPv4 is in binary, which means it's either ones or zeros, and it's in octets. So these are 4 octets. So what you have here is in each octet you have 8 spaces. You have, we'll just start here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what this means, if I was to write this out, this would be 255. Now a lot of times, going back to the /29, you're like, well, what does the /29 mean? Because I don't know what that means. What this means is it's going to be your subnet mask. Your subnet mask is what tells you what your network is in. So something that I like to, how I like to draw it out, sometimes myself I have to calculate what it is what is a /29. So when we're in here, it's in binary. So it's either 1 or 0 in binary. And in IPv4, the way that I write it out is that I write out here, I like to draw down the line here going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I put next to it 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, as you can see here, in every single octet, you have 8 here, 8 here, 8 here, and 8 here. And so a lot of times when we're talking about the /29, we're talking about 29 of these bits. So you have 8 here, plus 8 is 16, plus another 8 is 24, and then you go 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So you're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th bit of the 4th octet. What I like to do is I add these up so you know what your subnet mask is going to be if it's a /29. So we'll go in here, we go 128 plus 64 is 192. It's going to be 224 plus 16 is going to be your 240 plus 8, 248 plus 4, 252 plus 2, 254 plus 1, 255. Okay, so when we add these up, this is going to be in the 4th octet, and we're going to say, so this is going to be 24, and then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So you know a /29 is going to be a 248. And what that means is your subnet mask is going to be 255, 255, 255, 248. So a /29 is a 255, 255, 255, 248 subnet mask. Subnet mask is what tells you how many addresses are in here. So here's just a rule of that you can kind of think of. When you get a /29, you actually only have 5 usable IP addresses. So these are the ones that you're going to actually be able to use. And what you can kind of get, let me look on here. So you start off with, on here, you have 144 is the network. Usually you have the next one up is the gateway. And then you're going to have 146, 147, 148, let's see, 149, 1, 2, 3, 4, 150, 5, and then the final is 151. Okay, so these addresses right here become your usable addresses. So you know that those are going to be your usable addresses. And so when you enter this into your router, you're going to enter the IP address. It's going to be 98.189.189.146. The subnet mask is going to be 255.255.255.145. Oops, not the subnet mask is going to 248. Okay, your gateway is going to be 98.180.145, and that's usually that's the information that you're going to be able to need, and you're going to know that you're going to be able to use your addresses from 146 up to 150. So this is the way that I kind of like to add it up by putting the numbers in the binary order and having the 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, and then you're able to just count up the hash marks, because there's 8 here, and then another 8 for 16, and another 8 for 24. So anytime you see a 255.255.255.0, it's a /24, and then I just add up plus 5. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And that's what gives you the /29 of your network. So kind of a simple little breakdown here. Hopefully this is easy way for you to figure out not only like what a /29 is, but how many usable IP addresses you have. You can kind of see that the lower the number you go, the more IP addresses you're going to have. So back here, if you have a /28 instead of a /29, you're going to have 16 total minus 3 gives you about 13 usable IP addresses, and so on. So hopefully that helps some of you figure that out. A little insight to it. Again, I hope you like the channel. Click the like, enter any comments, subscribe, and we'll see you next Friday. Thanks.